First off, I want to say thank you for everyone that came out to the first annual Real Health Expo. This episode was filmed live during the Real Health Expo. We got to hear from listeners and the vendors that came out that Saturday. Thanks so much if you grabbed a mic, you gave us your story, and you told us about what brought you to the Real Health Factory. Enjoy today's episode. Hey, before we jump into today's episode, do me a favor. If you like this episode and you like hearing from Dr. B, share it on your Facebook, share it on your Instagram. We're really trying to get this health movement out. So without further ado, let's get to today's episode. All right, welcome back to the Real Health Podcast with Dr. B. We are at the Real Health Expo right here in Knoxville. And as promised, we are jumping in and getting some listeners of the Real Health Podcast. I've got Michael here. Michael, what's up, man?
Just hanging out, having fun.
That's right. So how long have you been listening to the Real Health Podcast?
Since it started.
Nice. Yeah. What's been your favorite episode?
Probably the fertility ones.
Okay,
my
cool.
My wife and I are on a journey to get pregnant, and lots of helpful tips there.
Oh, man, that's awesome. So which was the female, the male? Like, what's your biggest takeaway so far of those?
Probably, a little bit of both. And it's cool to know that it's not always the female's fault, like majority of people think, how I used to think. So, I just learned what I could do also to possibly help, the journey along.
That's so cool.
So just tips from both for sure.
That's awesome. Did you hear Dr. Barrett's explanation of buying the tea from Japan as well?
Yes, that's a little sketchy, but that's hysterical. I'm glad it worked out for you.
Is that not hilarious?
It was awesome.
Yeah. So now you go to CrossFit Rama too?
Yes.
Are you a CrossFitter as well?
Yeah.
In the basement here. So if you guys are listening to the podcast, the basement of the Real Health, or I guess it is the basement, I guess you could say that. It's a CrossFit gym, CrossFit Rama.
Yep.
And there's a lot of members that come here. And so, Michael, anything else? What else? Well, I guess what else you love about this, the Health Factory per se?
So the Health Factory overall has helped, me and my family, tremendously. Not just me and my wife, but my wife's family, my mother-in-law.
Awesome.
Even, I got my boss coming here. He used to race motocross professionally, so his back's all jacked up, and he's seen huge improvements just with chiropractic care.
Yep.
And then my wife, her posture was not always the greatest, so started seeing Dr. B here at the Health Factory, and then started CrossFit, and it's improved tremendously.
Man, that's so cool. Michael, thanks for being a listener. Thanks for your insight, and we'll talk soon.
Awesome. Thank you.
We're standing here with Anna. She is one of the many faces of the Health Factory here in Knoxville. You're the brains behind a lot of this Real Health Expo as well. So welcome to your debut of the podcast.
Yes, so excited to be here.
So what's your takeaway so far with the Real Health Expo so far? I've had some good food. I just ate another chocolate chip cookie from Becky.
Becky, yes. I haven't had the food yet, so getting ready to go do that right after this.
Okay.
Very excited. Everyone has been amazing.
Oh, yeah.
I think the best thing is the blueberry muffins. Have you had one of those yet?
From Benefit Your Life.
From Benefit Your Life.
Woo.
So good.
So good.
And for all you people out there that have to be gluten-free, dairy-free, they are gluten-free, dairy-free, and they are probably the best muffin I've ever had in my life. But we've had some amazing vendors. Everyone here is so nice, and all I gotta say is if you didn't come, you really missed out.
Yeah, maybe the next one we have, they can show up and we can eat even more food.
Absolutely. Good food, good people, good company.
Exactly.
Can't complain for a Saturday morning.
So what's, real quick, what's something that you love about the Health Factory? You love working here. You've been here for how long?
2.5 years.
2.5 years.
2.5 years.
So give us a little bit of what do you love about the Health Factory working with Dr. B?
Two things that I love. One is all the babies.
All the babies.
If you walk in here, there's a good chance I am chasing a toddler around. I am holding your child. I will befriend you because you have a baby, and I will want to get to love you because of that. But on a more real serious note, it's the people. And just Jesus is all in this place.
That's good.
So our team is amazing. Dr. Barrett is the most graceful and encouraging person you can ever ask. We don't have to worry about anything with him. Super encouraging. There's a lot of rooms for mistake, a lot of room for growth. And then the people here are just, they pour into you as much as we pour into them. Super encouraging. People are praying over each other. People are checking in on each other. It's true community and friendship here. It's not just in and out, okay, we'll see you next week type situation. We end up in people's homes. Like, I'm friends with a lot of these people. We text on the regular, and I think that that's amazing because it's not just a normal doctor's office. There's just something special about this place.
Drop mic. I don't think we need to do anything else over that. That's amazing. Well, if you are a listener of the Real Health Podcast and you're not a member at the Health Factory, you can always call in, and most likely you're gonna get with Anna. You're probably gonna get something set up with Dr. Barrett. Anna, you are a light. Thank you so much for jumping on this podcast and planning this amazing event. So if you come to the next one, if you haven't been here, make sure you say hey to Anna, and we'll see you next time.
Yeah. Can't wait to see you guys.
Yep. We're back here. We have a very special guest. We have one of our vendors here, Jill, correct? So Jill, tell us a little bit about what you do, what you offer.
Yeah, so I just started private practice. I primarily do acupuncture.
Okay.
I also integrate a little bit of body work and craniosacral therapy. So really hands-on focused acupuncture. My business is called Ainsley Jillian Holistic Wellness.
How can people find you?
Yep, so I have a website, ainsleyjillianholisticwellness.com. I also teach the mobility class at CrossFit Rema.
Mobility is probably just a very important thing that people, I try to do mobility, but it's just not, I don't have enough time sometimes. So how do you coach people with mobility, I guess?
Yeah, so, you can do short segments, like 10 minutes. So I tell people, at night when you're winding down, if you got a foam roller, just getting some fascial movement is huge.
While you're watching Netflix?
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay.
Or grabbing a lacrosse ball, tennis ball, just pressing on your feet, rolling on the ground on a foam roller. You're just getting that fascia to move a little bit better can really give both feedback to the nervous system, kind of what you and Barrett were talking about earlier.
And so you teach that here at CrossFit Rema?
Yes,
downstairs.
I have a class Saturday mornings at 8:30 a.m.
Perfect. Okay.
Free to our members, and I love people to drop in and just try it out. So that's always available.
Perfect.
And then my home-based practice right off of Johns Beer Highway.
So if someone wanted to come see you with acupuncture, what would be some of the reasons why? Like, what are they dealing with? Are they having, chronic pain? Like, why would they want to come see you?
Sure, yeah. So the biggest things I see are pain, stress, and anxiety.
Okay.
But also anything that can be treated through the nervous system. So SIBO, GI dysregulation, chronic pain is a huge one. Acupuncture is a holistic system, so I'll see anyone with anything, but primarily focused on nervous system regulation.
Amazing. Remind the listeners where they can find you again, just so you have a website.
Yep.
And then
so the website is Ainsley Jillian, AINSLEY Jillian, JILLIAN, holisticwellness.com. Or you can find me pretty much any day of the week except for Sundays at Health Factory CrossFit Rema.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Jill, for jumping in here and being a vendor, and we'll see you next time.
Perfect. Thank you.
Back here with one of our vendors at the Real Health Expo, we have Jason. Jason, explain a little bit what you have for the listeners and then also the people here at the Health Factory.
Sure. I grow my own peppers organically.
You grow them?
I grow them, yes, right here in Knoxville.
Heck yeah, okay.
And I smoke them using blends of hardwoods before I turn them into spice. So everything, all the spices and spice blends that I have they have a smoky flavor and aroma.
Okay.
And I have 5 heat levels. There's no heat, mild, medium, hot, and hotter. And the hottest thing I grow is cayenne, so it's not the reapers and the scorpions and things like that. I want people to enjoy their food when they're using my spices.
Okay.
Right? Not trying to dare you to try anything.
Yeah. So. You don't want to sweat when you're done eating your food. Yep.
We're proud of. There's no anti-caking agents. There's no coloring or fillers in there.
You said organic too.
It's all organic,
Perfect.
right?
Okay.
So it's all natural spice. A little goes a long way, and we're growing here in the East Tennessee area, and we're hoping to expand. We're down at the farmers market, the Market Square Farmers Market.
I was about to ask, where can people find you to get some of your stuff?
Well, right now we are. Mostly, it's at the farmers market. We're there. The winter doesn't have a lot of things going on, so it's the Saturday market from 10 to 2 down at Market Square.
Okay.
When springtime hits, a lot more markets and festivals are opening them up, and we'll be in a lot of those around town as well. We do a lot of stuff in Gatlinburg as well, with being Smoky Mountain Spice Factory. So we'll be just a lot of different places. So if people want to know where to find us, go to Instagram or Facebook. We're at Smoky Spices.
Okay.
SMOKY Spices. and we usually post where we're going to be and just whatever events we're going to be at.
What's your top 3 most popular spices?
The top 3 would be of the spice of the straight pepper spices. It's probably the sweet banana pepper. It smells like a brisket in a bottle. It's the dry rub. It's the dry rub version of liquid smoke, right?
Okay.
And for our rubs and seasonings, the no heat steak seasoning is an all-purpose seasoning. It works great on steak, but on all the other meats and vegetables too. And then we have a medium that is a chicken and fish rub. It's all-purpose as well. It's a little more herb forward, but that one works on pork and on vegetables as well. And so those 3 are probably the most popular.
Amazing. If you want to check it, Jason's Smoky Mountain Spice Works out. Make sure, did I say that right?
Smoky Mountain Spice Factory.
Spice Factory. There you go. If you want to do that, go to his Instagram, Facebook. Make sure you check him out at the Knoxville Market Square downtown. Jason, thanks for being here.
Absolutely. I appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely. Talk to you soon. We have a special treat on this little segment. We have the one, the only Becky, Dr. Barrett's best half. Welcome to the show for the first time.
Thanks, Lane. It's such a pleasure.
We you're talked about quite a bit on the show, in good ways.
Yeah, well, he's kind, right? He's kind.
Well, you just did a cooking demonstration. We got a little one here with us. This is a family affair.
We got a 2-year-old in here. Can you say hi, Marley? Say hi.
Say hi, Marley.
Say hi. She tried.
She tried. So I think a lot of the listeners just have to know, what was your reaction when the green tea showed up on y'all's doorstep from Japan? What was that reaction like?
Oh my gosh. Well, for one, I wouldn't put anything past Barrett because he's always up to something crazy. But he tried so hard to get this tea, and when he presented it to me, he's like, "Peck, it'll be great, and we can do all this stuff with it." And then I see the bill, and I see this green tea, and I'm like, well, one, we had to track it because we didn't even know that you had to sign for it. It was almost like it was a drug or something.
It was a wire transfer.
Yeah, it was really crazy. Anyways, it was a ride, but I've learned to just kind of let him do his crazy things, and I'm just there to support it. But
that's amazing.
Yeah, he's crazy.
And what do you love about the Health Factory? This has been your life, your family. You've got 4 beautiful children. What's your heart with the Health Factory? What's Becky's heart?
Yeah, well, honestly, the Lord gave us that vision back, when Barrett was in school. And, we just always dreamed of a place that we could have our family at and that people could have their families at, and that people would really get to experience more than just health, but just community and Jesus. And then when the opportunity to build the Health Factory kind of fell in our laps, we saw that all those things start to come together. And so
beautiful. That
was really cool. It was a lot of work to put this place together. A lot of blood, sweat, and tears on Barrett. I mean, he would spend 24-hour days just cleaning this place out,
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But we saw the vision, and so it's really beautiful to see the people here. It's not normal. These people love and they care and they're passionate, and it's all God.
It is
amazing.
And it is a different atmosphere out here, and it's so cool. And for you and Barrett, I mean, this was y'all's vision, and it's been so cool to see that. So thank you for letting us share your wonderful husband out here.
Y'all are amazing.
Absolutely. Well, talk to you soon. Thank you. And the cookies, fantastic. She just did a cooking demonstration here. If you heard, maybe next time she'll do another one. But the cookies are delicious. So thanks, Becky.
You can post the recipe.
There you go.
See you later.
See you. Back, and we have a very special guest, Allie or Allison. Right? So you're a listener of the Real Health Podcast.
Yes.
I talked to your husband, Michael, just a minute ago. What do you love about the podcast?
I love it. It's an easy way to get information that Dr. B can share.
Okay.
And it's just very accessible, and he's so knowledgeable and passionate, and I love having that resource available.
What's been your favorite episode?
Probably the female fertility and the male fertility, because we're actually currently in the process of trying to have a baby.
Oh, congratulations.
So we would love
Okay.
to have that step come soon in the Lord's timing, but those two have been really practical help for us.
What's been something from those episodes that you've taken away?
The basal body temperature for me, and then the 5 tips for Michael that were just very practical, very simple, with the vitamins and supplements and just different things like that was super helpful.
Yeah. Today's been fun. Have you gotten some food here?
Yes.
It's been good.
Gluten-free brownies were delicious. And
from Benefit Your Life?
Yeah, the energy balls.
They were I went back there and they said, "Do you want a brownie?" And I was like, "Well, it's 11 a.m., but I'll have a brownie." So it was so good. Well, thanks for coming out and listening to the podcast.
Absolutely.
We've got many more to come. So, thank you so much.
Thank
and
you.
we'll talk to you soon. We're going. So we're back with Liz. She is with Earth Fair. She's one of our vendors here at the Real Health Expo. So Liz, give us a little bit of background of what it is that you do at Earth Fair and what you're doing here at the Expo today.
Well, I have worked on and off for Earth Fair for the past 13 years.
Okay.
It was my first job out of college, and I started with community events and community organizing and lots of nonprofit work. And then I did that for 6 years, and then I left, and now I'm back. And Earth Fair is kind of restructured a little bit, and so now we're just really trying to get back into the community and try to get our name out there and just try to tell people, how we're different and
what's the message with Earth Fair?
Yeah,
so what is the message with Earth Fair?
The message with Earth Fair is improving lives through the power of clean food.
So
really.
Good.
So it's really simple. It hasn't changed much in the past 25 years since they've been open.
Okay.
We're lucky enough now that some of the original owners have bought it back. I think that they owned it in the early 90s. So they've always had a very simple, pure, happy vision of Earth Fair, and they're really trying to bring that back.
Okay.
I know, so I'm lucky to work for them.
And we've got one here in Knoxville.
Yes, it's in Turkey Creek. It was one of the original stores.
Was it really?
Mm-hmm.
What?
Yep.
Really?
So it closed and then it reopened.
I noticed that.
Location.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
We went in, they were having they weren't going out of business, but we went in there and we bought a ton of stuff, and then it felt like it opened right back up.
Well, yeah, so they closed for about a year. They closed right before COVID. The owners filed for bankruptcy.
Okay.
So they shut down 50 stores. And then the original owners were obviously upset about that. And it took a little bit of time, but they were able to get an investment group together, and they repurchased the Earth Fair name. And so they've slowly been opening stores. Not all the stores, but I think right now there's about 20 that have reopened.
Cool.
And I think they're stopping.
Well, we love it. My wife and I, we go there all the time.
Oh, good.
And it's convenient, it's good, it's healthy, organic. We love it.
I like to say there's happy employees that work there.
There is. Actually, that is a very, now that I think about it, it's like, that's right. There are.
You can just
helpful.
come, and you can come and not know anything and not even know what you want for dinner, and we'll talk to you. And we'll help you get walk around. I'm like, we got options,
Yeah.
There's things that you need that you don't even know you need.
That's amazing. Well, thanks for being a vendor here today.
Oh, you're welcome.
And
I love Barrett and Becky Dubert have been longtime customers, so I and the whole Earth Fair family are very appreciative for them.
I was about to ask, what is the connection? Or have you guys just been...
So Barrett tried, or no, he didn't try. He shopped there.
Okay.
I remember meeting them when he first had his first chiropractor job, when he worked for a different company. And the Health Factory wasn't even in existence yet, but he would do these store tours around Earth Fair. And I still remember items from the store tour that he would recommend.
Yes.
And I brought them today, and I recommend them to customers still, and I will use his little sound bites of why they are so good for you.
I remember that.
You remember that?
I remember that. Wow.
So he would bring his customers or his clients into Earth Fair to kind of teach them how to eat clean and healthy and feel their best.
So that's the connection.
Yep, that's it.
That's awesome. Well, thanks for being a vendor.
You're welcome.
And maybe next time when we have one of these, it'll be bigger and there'll be more people here, and you'll get back on the show and talk about Earth Fair and how amazing it is.
Then we can bring a caravan to Earth Fair, and then we'll do an extra large store tour.
There you go. There you go. Thank you.
All
See you
right.
next time.
Thanks for having us.
Special guest, we are back with a patient, and not only a patient, we have Barrett. Well, not our Barrett, but we have your Barrett, Caitlin and Barrett. So how old is your little man right here that you're holding?
He is 8 months old.
Barrett, hi, how are you?
Can you say hi?
Can you say hi to the podcast?
Yeah. We're working on it.
There you go. Caitlin, welcome to the podcast. You listen to the podcast, right?
I do, yes.
Give us
one of my favorites.
One of your favorites. Okay, give us your favorite episode. How about that?
Well, I have to say probably the most recent because of the story. Thanks.
Barrett thinks so too.
Because of the story of the Kilo Tea delivery. Yeah. I told him this week that it was one of my faves, so
okay.
It was a good laugh on the way to work.
Yeah. So how long have you been a patient of Dr. Barrett's?
Since November of 2020.
Okay.
So started seeing Dr. Barrett because I used to go to a chiropractor, but it was much more the aggressive style chiropractic care.
Yep.
And not so more the holistic. Really, really enjoy his view, but we wanted to have kiddos and didn't know that was possible.
Okay.
And so when I started seeing Dr. Barrett, I was actually pregnant with little Barrett.
Nice.
So yeah, pretty cool, but full circle.
And so you had your whole pregnancy with Barrett, and he adjusted you and post with little Barrett.
Yes.
Okay, so explain that, because I think a lot of listeners they're looking to become pregnant, they are pregnant, and they may have a little skepticism when it comes to chiropractic care.
Yeah.
So what would you say to those moms out there?
I say Dr. Barrett, or anybody that if you trust him, go in it 100%. He has both of our hands. He took really good care of us and adjusted me to make sure that I was, we did a really natural birth, tried to go no meds, which we did, and I give probably 90% of that to Dr. Barrett, preparing my body and little Barrett for that.
That's so awesome. And little Barrett really wants to speak, so maybe next time that we have another Health Expo, little Barrett will be able to get on here and talk.
Yeah, hope so.
Yeah, well, thanks for being a listener.
Yeah, absolutely.
And thanks for jumping on here today, and we'll see you next time.
Thanks, Lane.
All right, bye-bye. We're back with one of the many faces of the Health Factory here in Knoxville, Tennessee. Shauna, how are you? Welcome to the podcast.
Hey, I'm so glad to be on. This has been so much fun listening to you guys.
So you have been working here for how long?
I have been at the Health Factory as an employee since May. Since May,
so you're kind of been fresh here, but you are one of the many faces when you walk in. Give us a little bit of a what's it like working here?
Oh, wow. That's a great question. So I tell everyone that working here, it's not a job to me. It fills me up to come to work, and I don't think many people get to say that. And so it's very special to be able to pour into people, walk with people, and just love people each day. And I'm super grateful that this is what I get to do.
That's so awesome. And you probably get adjusted by Dr. Barrett, and he probably works with you. And so what have you seen working with Dr. Barrett with getting adjusted or whatnot? What's some of the positive things that you've seen?
Yeah, so when we actually came in, I was a patient before I started working here.
I was going to ask if that's what's okay.
Yeah, and it was kind of one of those things where as I grew to know more about the practice and everything he was doing, I thought it was so amazing. I just wanted to be a part of it, and that's kind of how I started working here. But as a patient, we came in with my dad. I really was kind of just trying to get my dad into chiropractic care because I felt like he needed it. He'd had an injury, fell off a fire truck, hurt his arm. He couldn't even rotate backwards to hand my kids a snack in the car.
Wow.
And so someone had said, hey, you got to check this guy out. I think he could really help. So we came in and had the consultation. Fast forward a year, my dad is in chiropractic care. He does the Move Well classes here at the gym.
That's so cool.
He went from not being able to walk up multiple stairs to doing HIIT CrossFit workouts with me.
All right.
But for me personally, I had struggled with chronic headaches my whole life. And so doctors told me it's hormones, it's this, it's that, there's nothing you can do, you just need to take Tylenol medicine, you'll be fine. And I'm not really a girl who likes Tylenol or medicine.
Amen, okay.
So I just kind of felt like that's what my thorn is to bury, and that's kind of what I got to carry with me each day. That's just part of life, living in a fallen world. And after getting adjustments, I went from how bad is my headache going to be every day to it's now like alarming when I do get a headache. So it's just a drastic change in life and function for me. Then also just as knowing Barrett, I think as anyone would say, he challenges you in all the ways that you can elevate your health. And so it's taken it to a completely different level. And I'm really grateful for where I am today.
That's so awesome. When you call in, if you are not a member of the Health Factory, when you call in, you may speak to Shauna, and she may help you. She may get set up, or you do some of the scans here, correct?
Yeah, so I do the new patients, health history scans, tours. I've been working with some people on some functional rehab, so just stretches that can help mobilize some of those areas, and then just some simple exercises to stabilize things, not to the level of what like Dusty or one of those people would be, but just some little simple things that we can add to just increase function in day-to-day life.
Very cool. Very awesome. Well, thanks for jumping on here to the podcast, and we will see you next time.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Yep. We're here with Brian. Brian is one of our vendors here at the Real Health Expo here. Brian, tell us a little bit about what you got here. I've seen it, and I don't want to spoil it for the listeners here, but what did you bring here today? You got some cool stuff.
Well, obviously, I ended up bringing some wood carvings. The biggest unique thing about the carvings that I'm doing is it's all carvings from found wood.
Okay.
So, North Shore, up along North Shore. The
So
river
you like
itself.
find it locally in Knoxville and carve
Yeah.
the wood. Wow. Okay, that's awesome.
Yeah, and so well, it's stuff that I've learned to do over the years. I've been carving for about 34 years now. I've sat under about 7 different master wood carvers, and so I've learned a little bit what to do with some of that, from a hand carver all the way to a power carver. But I just love taking found wood and turning it into owls or fish
Wow,
or
that's so cool.
candles or just different products and stuff like that.
Now,
Just
what's
stuff that-
the connection with Dr. Barrett and the Health Factory?
Good question. I have a daughter.
Okay.
Her name's Amber, and they discovered that she had black mold exposure to her brain.
Okay.
That's affected some of her behavior, neurological stuff, and so. A year ago, we just went for a hike. She's a very active girl, jogging 2-3 miles, works at the YMCA where we live.
Okay.
Went for a walk, got 4 blocks down the road, and she couldn't walk anymore. And we didn't know what to do. So that began our journey to figure out seeing cardiologists, seeing vertigo type people, dealing with inner ear stuff, went to neurologists. They informed us. They did all these tests. They said basically she has depression and anxiety.
Oh, goodness.
And I said, can I have my money back? Because this is the most joyful person I've ever met that you're looking at going, that's not what's not causing my daughter to not walk. And so anyway, but a friend of ours knew Dr. Barrett, and he said, you know what, we need to do a body scan or a blood test and a brain scan. Because she also had 3 concussions 3 years ago.
Okay.
And so we're dealing with some of that. But anyway, we came here, they did some of those tests, and that's what we found out, that she had that black mold exposure. And to be honest with you, after seeing the test being done, it's really given us so much hope in the midst of the journey.
So good.
That they knew what was going on. And so just to be able to have that for my daughter, and for us as parents who are like feeling helpless, what do we do? How do we walk this with our daughter? And so it's really given us a lot of hope too. We're still in the middle of it. She's just finishing up 2nd month of a 5-month detox right now, but even in the midst of our struggles, our daughter just says, I love this team. They care for me. They're giving me hope that this too will pass, once we deal with the right stuff. So we have a real value in coming here, and they found out that I carved, and so they invited me to be a part of this.
Yeah, well, you've got some beautiful pieces out there. If people are trying to find wood carvings, do you have a website? Do you have a Facebook? Where can people come and look for some of your stuff?
It's really interesting because really a lot of it is word of mouth. I've been a missionary for the last 36 years, so these have been mostly thank you gifts.
Wow.
But our ministry's allowed me to sell some stuff the last 3-4 years just to help put money towards our girls' college fund. So I'm all into that. Okay. And so a lot of it's just really been word of mouth, but I do have a showroom. I have about 22. I have 2 rooms at a place off of Hall of Fame. It's an industrial area, but it's not in the safest part of town. Okay. But people will come there, and I'll show them the stuff that we do.
How can they get in touch with you?
My cell phone number is probably the best way to do that.
Do you want to give it out on here?
I don't mind
Okay. So if you're looking for woodworking, or do you make custom pieces?
I do. I do fireplace mantles. I have river otters chasing rainbow trout. I take cedar logs and carve river rock out of that, and I've got rainbow trout swimming through that. I've got beavers. Right now I'm doing a whole bunch of sea turtles on coral, and so I do a lot of things like that for different areas.
Perfect. So you're going to give out your cell phone number if anyone has any gifts coming up. What is the number they can reach out?
Yeah, you know what? It's 865 and then 850 and then 9005. That's my cell.
Well, I hope that you get a lot of calls to do some custom woodworking. Your stuff is beautiful. Thanks. And thanks for sharing your story.
I'm glad to be here.
Absolutely. We'll see you next time.
Thanks, buddy. Bye.
On the first annual Real Health Expo. Dr. Barrett, that was a good day.
was a great day, man.
I think we had a lot of people here. Had a lot of food. Did you eat?
I did. I ate that food truck with, ranchos, habaneros, or whatever it's called.
I did too. I needed it to be a little bit bigger.
Yeah, I did too. It was kind of sad. It was like 2 eggs. I usually eat 6 at a time.
So, on that same vein, we talked to probably 10 or 15 people. And a lot of people made a funny comment about the tea. I think we all need to have a sip of the tea at the Real Health Expo Part 2. You need to bring in some of the tea from Japan. How about that?
I've got it in my house. Trust me. 10 kilos just doesn't go away overnight.
Oh, goodness. Well, thanks for you putting this on and the team putting this on. Anything else you want to end with the first annual Real Health Expo?
I think we're wearing the same jacket.
I fill it out just a little bit better.
Well, it's because you have a small on and mine's large.
Oh, goodness. Guys, it's been a long day. It's been an amazing day. Thanks for listening to all these fun little interviews, and make sure you check out the next episode. I think we're going to do some household swaps.
Household killers, man. What's killing us in the house?
That's next. Guys, thanks so much. Real Health Podcast with Dr. B. We'll see you next time. Before you hit X, hold on 1 second. Hey, thanks so much for listening to the podcast today with Dr. B. 2 things that would really help the Real Health Podcast movement. 1, share it on your social media, your Facebook, your Instagram, wherever you're on a social network. And 2, if you go to Apple Podcast and you scroll down, give us a 5-star rating and give us a review. Thanks so much for your time, and we'll see you next episode.